Kwame A+, the member of parliament who knows how to blackmail people for money, has also weighed into the conversation about the floods. Some of the things he said you can agree with, but some of the things he said you can never agree with it. I don't know why A+ behaves like that. Look at the video. He did a video that I was on live. I was watching him throughout the night. Listen to part of it. This is what he said.
The truth is the only one, and we for try to speak on. You see, say yesterday, he flood, he rained, he flood. The only thing President Gofi do for you people be say, go fly helicopter and watch, and he go feel sad. That is all you go get to. Yeah, they feel sad. Then you go get MPs like John Dumelo, them, they be good guys, they be nice guys. So they go wear shorts and Wellington boots and come and walk around. Pretend as if they go do something. They don't go do anything.
There's fire on the mountain. Run, run, run. What is Fire Plus saying? What solutions is he offering? He's trying to open our eyes to tell us that, oh, Charlie, as for the politicians, they can't do anything for you. President will just feel sad. He can't do anything for you. What do you mean by he cannot do anything? Already, the president has asked 300 million to be given from Ato Forson's consolidated fund to pay for it. President can do so much. That's why Sami Jemfi said it's a problem for the president. How can you, a member of parliament, say that the only thing president can do is, it means you don't understand policy. It may well be that the policy has failed, but for you as an MP to say that the president cannot do anything, you just feel sad. We Ghanaians should be very sad that we have an MP like that. We have MPs who think that a president cannot do anything about a sanitation or a flooding problem, and that the only thing the president can do is to feel sad. That's all the president can do. Oh my goodness. Then I don't know whether A+ is getting envious of John Dumelo. I don't understand. What has John Dumelo done? John Dumelo is a shining star. Recently, I saw that the MPP has a brilliant woman to challenge him. I'm going to support that lady, man. Barbara something. Look, I'm going to support her so that we can remove John Dumelo. Because John Dumelo is a star. We have to remove him so that MPP will lead Ayawaso West Wogon like he used to be. But I don't get A+'s problem. Are you envious of Dumelo? Dumelo has not done. I mean, have you heard anything negative about him since he became Deputy Minister of Agric? He's doing his Nkukon Kitinkiti, he's doing his agriculture, he's doing his farm, and you have to applaud John Dumelo. He started his farms way back before he became Deputy Minister. He was doing his farms, and so it came as no surprise that he became Deputy Minister. In fact, people thought that he should have been a minister, because here is a guy who is practically trying his hands on farming as a guy in opposition. He's not getting any support from government. He went to the Volta region where he comes from, cultivated farms, poultry involved, everything. A+ is a musician. He did one song that I like. Abenbebo Okujeto Befa, something about corruption of NDC. Abenbebo education contract Beba Okujeto Nipa Befa. I used to dance to it. I love that song. I don't know whether because he couldn't progress the thing like the way Dumelo has progressed his agric into substantial things. Dumelo's agriculture farm is substantial. It's not a joke. No, I'm looking for him one day to tax him that, Charlie, can I get every weekend supply of, me, I like food, sweet potato and things. Can I get that? The day I see him, I ask him. And suddenly A+ is just singling out, how many MPs didn't go to their constituencies? All the MPs who are not in Abroche watching ball, they were in their constituencies. Even Sly, when Dr. Baumia went there, Sly is the former MP of English Amanfo. He was with him. All the MPs are back in their constituencies. I called Samia Oku yesterday. I wanted to see him for something. Say, Charlie, bro, I can't make it to. I'm in the deep of the constituency because of the flood. I say, yeah, I understand. I called Patrick Boama. I was going to see him for another matter. I'm always talking to MPs. I called Patrick Boama. I said, Charlie, bro, I beg you. I'm inside the place. The water is serious. Every MP was with their people. What has John Dumelo done wrong? If he goes to Ayawaso West Wogon, and shouldn't he wear Wellington boots? What should he? Please, A+, when you are going inside water, what do you wear? Kambu? Do you wear black shoe? What shoe do you wear? Oh, this kind of petty hatred, I don't understand it. John Dumelo, sorry, Charlie, I'm so sorry. The guy is hating on you, pa. What have you done to him? John, you that, maybe you've done the thing that they say sometimes you do to him. you have gone to take his... Okay. Let me leave it there. I won't say this is national television, but John Domelo knows what I mean. He is my friend. He knows. John Domelo, that we have gone to now find our own Barbara to come and remove him because he is worrying us. A plus is hitting on one of the stars of the side of parliament that you sit. A plus, you sit on the side of the majority. John Domelo is undoubtedly one of the superstars of the majority side. If you ask Mahama, he will say so. A young man who has distinguished himself in agriculture in Ghana. How many young people who are superstars on the screen and who have finished university and feeling good will go and dirty their hands in agriculture? John Domelo did it. He's an Akora from Achimota School. He went to dirty his hands inside the thing and did agriculture. And then you are sitting down, you play one song, Okujeto, Vefa, Sika, and things, no. We used it to win election. We finished winning the election. You say you don't like our party again. You join NDC. No problem. We are applauding you for going to parliament. Then you are making your video about floods. You single out John. What has John Domelo done? He shouldn't go to John Domelo shouldn't go to Ayawaso West Wugon. He should sit down and be there. And the people are dying, and he shouldn't go there. What is A plus talking about? You A plus. If the thing happened in Gomoa, you would have been the first to go there. You will wear Wellington boots. If you do that and somebody comes to tell you that John Domelo or say Wellington boots, why? That kind of politics must come to an end at some point if we have to uplift our country. That kind of politics where advantage is taken off of everything. Samije, if he says, then we shouldn't to ababium and let's blame Oman Penyi. If today we want to blame Oman Penyi for it, what do? This President Mahama on a Facebook post in 2024, he said, the recent heavy downpours in Accra and other parts of the country have led to extensive destruction of property and, according to reports, the loss of life of a young schoolboy. This has exposed the government's failure to manage and prevent floods effectively and evokes deep concern about its lack of comprehensive flood prevention and management plan. Many areas that in the past were unaffected by flooding today become inundated with the least rainfall. That was President Mahama. He said the government has been exposed. Its failures has been exposed. Dr. Baumia in same situation. He said this morning, my thoughts and prayers are with thousands of our people affected by the floods. My deepest sympathies to those who have lost their loved ones' properties and those who have been forced out of their homes. I urge citizens to comply with all directive issued by the government and to cooperate fully with institutions mandated to address the situation. I also urge the emergency services and all relevant authorities to do everything possible to reach those in need and assist them. We will get through this difficult time by caring for one another. This is a leader who unites our people. This is a leader who unites our people, a leader who is thinking, a leader who has a heart, who is burdened for our people. This is what it should be, not the way they used to advise President Mahama. You see, the difference between the advisors of Dr. Baumia and the advisors of President Mahama is obvious from these two Facebook posts. It's entirely possible that both posts were not drafted by them. Somebody drafted it and brought it to them. They read through and they said, let it go. But it depends on the environments that you keep yourself in with advisors. It's very, very important. Rain started, and as usual, for us in Ghana, when rain starts in June, wherever you are, you panic a bit. You call people and say, are you okay? Where are you? Don't go, don't move, stay where you are, that kind of thing. These are calls and WhatsApp messages that go on very normally at the time when rains begin. Then we woke up in the morning. I actually drove around 6 a.m. Because I was chasing the document at DHL. So I drove around 6 a.m. and I had to go and just come back home very quickly. It was raining though. I didn't realize at the time that the rain was going to cause that mahaba. You know, this kinds of rain, it was quite heavy at some points, but around between 5 and 6 a.m. it was not that heavy. It was pouring, but it was not that heavy with a lot of force. The pressure of the rain was marginal, and you can manage it, isn't it? So then everything happened, and then the rain came, and we saw, unfortunately, we have to be wearing black very soon because we are now hearing that about 22 people have died. The Interior Minister reports 12. But let's start from the beginning, the task force. At the beginning of this, you know, the bottom line of all what I'm going to say is that the president's advisors have deceived him. Viewers, do you remember that during the campaign, I used to be very worried about the advice that President Mahama was getting. And I'm still worried about it. And it's continuing. it is very obvious that the president's advisors, once again, misled him. They misled him to form a committee. The screen is black. Yeah. They misled him to form a committee. Now, this is a committee. Is that all the members of the committee? Is it just 4 members? I'm thinking, no, the local government minister is part of it. The local government minister is part of the committee. So it's only just 4. I think the local government minister is part of it. But of course, Stanislav Dogbe is a deputy chief of staff. He's chairman of the committee. Marietta Bruopon is a very experienced corporate lawyer and politician, former attorney general. She is on the committee. Minister for Works and Housing, the ever-strong Gilbert, is on the committee. Minister for Works. I was wondering why he didn't chair, but that's a matter for the government. Because he's a minister, he's a deputy minister at the minimum, and he was chairing when there's a substantive minister. I didn't quite get it. Then local government substantive minister, and then somebody else was chairing. But anyway, that's Tandube. This is Gilbert J, who is Works and Housing Minister. This is Ibrahim, who is a local government minister, is on the committee. And then there is Razak, the police officer. There's another person on the committee here. And then this is Marietta Bruopon. So all of them formed a committee. We had never seen some of this committee form before. We had never seen it. But we have seen floods in Ghana. So when the president came and he said committee, we all believe that there was a plan built around the campaign or perhaps the manifesto which is going to be implemented. On your screens, viewers, is the committee mounting the helicopter, the famous chopper. And there they are, showing us videos of how serious they were taking their work, sitting in this plane. This is flying over Tema, I believe, and looking at all the areas. And this journey was, the purpose of this journey was for them to ascertain what to do with the flooding, which road to close, which river to dredge. And then an hour later, they landed. They did it for 1 hour. And then they landed back on the Ghana Air Force Base, where they landed safely. There they are coming out of the aircraft. So they did that. Some people say settings. I'm too old to understand what settings means. I don't know what. Please, viewers, what is settings? Some people say it is all settings. What's that? For those of us who are old, we don't understand it. So they did that, and then they got down from the plane, and then they went around, and then they did that. They did that. 1 year later, and even before the 1 year mark, floods were occurring. And everybody was asking the question, what's happening to the committee? What is happening to the committee? Do you have the president's helicopter ride as well? Please get it ready. What is happening to the committee? What is happening to the committee? What work has the committee done? What is their terms of reference? In fact, as soon as they were put in place, somebody asked that, what is the terms of the reference of the committee? Up till now, we don't know. We don't know. They don't tell us anything. They just show us videos and pictures, and we are supposed to get some information from the videos and pictures. You show us videos of a committee mounting a helicopter, flying around the country for 1 hour, getting down. What have you told us? You show us inside the helicopter and how they are wearing their headphones and how serious they are. And I don't know what has that got to do with the floods. This afternoon, people were sharing the committee photographs and asking, how do you set up a committee for floods without an engineer? I don't know whether anybody is an engineer. I know there's a journalist, a lawyer, there's a police officer. Gilbert is a lawyer as well. I don't know whether there's an engineer, but many people believe there was no engineer on the panel, on the committee. And so immediately people are beginning to punch holes into the committee that, was this whole thing a charade of sorts? Was the whole thing some create, I don't want to say, or create, and you know already, I won't say it, don't worry. Because, you know, journalists, we have all been paid. So we don't say all of us have been paid. So when we, instead of saying create, I just say create, I leave it there. So people are asking, is it that one that was happening? Is that what is happening? Is that it? Because really, what is going on? How do you set up a committee of such important people and nothing seems to have happened? Even as these floods occurred heavily yesterday, the government's response said nothing about the committee. Zero about the committee. That the committee has identified this. All we heard is that the president has asked Salato Forsen to make available 300 million Ghana cedis, I believe for NADMO or something like that, to try and help the people who have suffered from the floods. That's all we heard. We didn't hear anything. That's all. I believe this is a video. That's the president. So the president also did the same thing. He flew the helicopter and with a very sad face, and I feel sorry for the president. If you are president of a country and you are looking at these things, you will be sad. And the president is looking at it. I don't know whether he's now seeing that he had been giving bad advice. I really hope that was part of what the Holy Spirit was whispering to the president when he was in the air, that Mr. President, you've been giving bad advice. I really hope that was part of it. These are the advisors who used to advise the president during the campaign. We talked about the President Mahama getting advice that we are worried about, and it seems to have continued. The Works and Housing Minister is with him. Mr. President, what happened to the committee? What happened? Zero? Oh, actually, Standowe was part of the committee, and he was also on this aircraft, and I believe Air Force Brigadier General is there. So the president spoke about doing the money, but they didn't say anything about the committee stage. Well, Alex Afenyo-Markin then did a press conference and said that scrap the committee.